Hello, and welcome to another Pages and Pals. I am here with my pals from the BookTube Chicks. For those of you just joining us and you've never been to a Pages and Pals live show before, this is just something that we do on a monthly basis where we just get together and we read. It's not a book club. We're not reading one particular book. We're just grabbing whatever book we're personally reading and we read together for the better half of an hour. So I'll go ahead and let these ladies introduce themselves and let us know what you're reading. Desirai, since you're right next to me, why don't you go first?
Hi, my name is Desirai. You can find me at LibriLabra on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and Threads. I guess I'm reading Tender is the Flesh.
Are you serious?
What?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
It is like a horror dystopian. I think it's by an Argentinian author. It's been translated. But that is what I am reading this month for the LibriLabra book club. And it was a book I picked up a while ago, and I got like 4 chapters in, and it was just messing with my head so bad that I put it down. But then I nominated it for my book club because I was like, I want to finish it. So this will force me to finish it, and then I can talk to people about it. But just to give you a brief summary of what the book is about, it's like something happened where like all of our animal meat went like the bad or got diseased or whatever, and so we couldn't eat animal meat anymore, and we started breeding humans to eat humans.
Girl, you're insane. I've heard nothing, but this is on one of those lists of like disturbing books you should not read or disturbing books you can only read once. And I have never touched this book because I've heard like horror stories of people that were so disturbed by this book.
No, 100%. I got to chapter 4 and I was like, it's very thought provoking. Like it's one of those things that you're not going to forget. And it's, have you ever seen Requiem for a Dream?
No.
Okay, that's like one of the movies that I have only seen twice, and the only reason I watched it a second time was because I felt like my son had to watch it, so I watched it again with him. But like, you could watch that once and never ever watch that again. Like, I won't ever have to watch that like a third time. It's just like unforgettable. It's messed up, and I'm pretty sure that this book is going to be the same.
I love how, first of all, I love how you were like, I guess I'm reading this. But then the second thing is, you're like, I had to put it down because it was messing with my head. And I'm like, but what about now? Is it not messing with your head now?
I mean, it's gonna. It's messed up.
Anyway,
On
Chloe,
a lighter note,
what are you reading? Please be something nice and cheerful and not about eating people.
On a lighter note, hi. My name is Chloe. I am most active on Instagram at Brunette Bibliophile, but I'm also on YouTube and Goodreads under the same name. I have 1 chapter left in First Time Caller by B.K. Borison, which is like it's like Sleepless in Seattle vibes set in Boston. But I have 1 chapter left, so I'm going to finish this first. And then I'm going to switch to my ebook that I've been reading for like 3 weeks. Not because it's bad, it's just a me thing. And it's Through Any Fire by Catherine Carter, which I'm like halfway through it. It's like a mafia romance, marriage of convenience vibes. There's been a lot of explosions. But I'm liking it. I'm just very slow with it right now because I'm reading a lot of things. So, yeah.
The difference. All right. And as for me, I wasn't sure what I was going to read, but I decided to go ahead and grab another graphic novel. This is volume 8 of The Remarried Empress. There's 9 volumes out right now, and I'm just trying to get through it. I just pick it up whenever I don't feel like reading a physical book at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and get into our first reading sprint, which is 25 minutes. I'll go ahead and share my screen and show you guys the countdown timer, and we can go ahead and start. Okay. All right. So that was 25 minutes. For those of you joining us, thank you for being here. We are the BookTube Chicks. Is a monthly live show where we just read together. And we do a couple of reading sprints together because it's always more fun to read with friends. I am currently reading The Remarried Empress. This is volume 8. It's a graphic novel about an empress who gets divorced and she goes and marries another king. It's really good. There's a lot of political intrigue, and I really enjoyed this story. Desiree, how's your book going?
I mean, the world has already been established, so now it's kind of like just moving along. Yeah.
So you said in this world they're like breeding people.
Yeah.
Like, is it like special kind of people? Like what does that mean, breeding people?
They basically
Is there like certain kind of people that they're making have these?
Wait, where did Chloe go?
I don't know. She dropped off.
Basically, like, they make babies, but then they don't teach them anything, so they can't talk. Like, they don't know how to.
Do they wait until they grow up, or are they eating like babies?
So far, they're not eating babies. But, like, God, it's really brutal. Like in the beginning, they paint the picture basically like they have women that are just, I want to say, that are just like the breeders, and so they cut their arms and legs off, and they're just like alive but just like laying there, like they can't do anything. Like, that's their entire purpose. Like, it's
And you said that there was a disease that killed all
just,
the animals.
yeah.
Why doesn't? I mean, I know it's not the most sensible choice, but why don't people become
Stop eating.
vegans?
Oh,
I feel like that would be my choice as opposed to eating like human flesh.
yeah, I mean, like, I would imagine that the point of the book is to kind of establish how the hell, like, how do you get to this place, right? Like you just said, you would just choose to be vegetarian. So how did we get to this place? how did everybody become so desensitized that this was perfectly acceptable? And like, what's really scary is that when I first started reading this, like, just I was constantly seeing, because of all the rollbacks in our like governmental policies in regards to like our food and stuff, I just kept seeing like recall after recall after recall with like the meats and stuff, and I was like, this feels too real to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's that on that.
So I don't know why I dropped off, but it kind of worked out that I didn't have to hear anything nasty about that book.
And we weren't saying anything else. I just questioned why didn't this society become vegetarians instead of meat eaters?
I'll be honest, I didn't know what that book was about before. I'd heard of it, but I didn't know what it was about, and now I'm never gonna unhear it.
No.
Okay, so I finished First Time Caller. I gave it 5 stars. I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the sequel. So I've read a couple pages into Through Any Fire. I'm 52% of the way through. I'm starting on chapter 20. I really want to make a dent in this book because I've been reading it for a while, and it's not the book that's the problem. It's me, because I haven't had time to like sit down with my Kindle or anything. So anyway, I'm enjoying it so far.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our second reading sprint, which is 20 minutes. And as with the first one, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see the countdown timer. Okay. All right, so that was 20 minutes. That was the end of our last reading sprint. I got through almost all of the graphic novel I'm reading. I'm reading volume 8 of The Remarried Empress, just about empress who gets divorced and then she marries the king of another kingdom. It's really interesting. I really like the story. Desiree, how's your book going? Like, how far are you still in the beginning?
I'm on chapter 13 of like 43. The book only has like 214 pages, so I'm on like page 69. So kind of like 30% of the way through the book.
Okay. And Chloe, how's your book going? You said you're halfway through, right?
Yeah, I started at 51% and now I'm at 58%. So I read like I got a couple of short chapters, so I think I read like 2 or 3 chapters. But now that I'm like closer to 60%, I'm like I'm over the hump. So now I just gotta finish the book.
Okay. All right. So that is the end of our live show. We do have some announcements. The Booktube Chicks book club is reading The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose, and that live show our live shows normally fall on Sundays. That live show is actually going to be on Saturday instead. It's going to be on the last Saturday of this month, which is September 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Chloe's channel. So if you have read The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose and you would like to join us, make sure you follow us on our socials because we will remind everyone there. And again, it will be on Chloe's channel.
7:30.
7:30. Do you guys have a quarterly romance coming up?
It's not for a bit, but we're gonna be reading. I don't have the book handy. We're gonna be reading For the Hope of It All by Isla Sikorsky. I can't remember the date off the top of my head. It's like the first Sunday in November. On November 2nd at 6 on Desirai's channel.
Okay. And our next Pages and Pals, we haven't decided on a date yet, but it most likely will be on a Friday. If it's on a Friday, it'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern Time here on my channel. If it's on a Saturday, it'll be around 9, again, on my channel. But we will announce that, so make sure you follow our social medias, especially the Booktube Chicks Instagram account, because that's where we make all of our book club announcements. So make sure you're following there so you can know the next Pages and Pals live show, which we'll probably announce towards the end of this month. But anyways, thank you everyone for joining us. I really love these live shows. I think they're probably my favorite live show that we do, even though I don't join many live shows, but I always enjoy these. I get a lot of reading done, and it's always more fun to read with pals. So we will see you next time. Again, make sure you join our social medias for more announcements. Bye.